Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, want to say, Kohen Moyo, Bashim Yosha, Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles again, Milestone GMS to roll and teach well. So we're going to get into this article. I remember actually hearing about this a few days ago that they were going to meet Zelensky to Vance. Maybe, I think they at first said that Trump was going to meet him. I saw the press conference maybe like Wednesday, I believe. But, you know, Trump, Vance, they have a lot of different places lined up where they're going to go. Because, you know, the Most High is using them, you know, to pretty much bring the downfall of this place, man. He uses every president as a tool to do so, right? Because they're basically, you know, the new Caesars, you know, and they're bringing, you know, about this place's downfall, of course, you know, to the elites, you know, in order of the elites, and then the elites, you know, really working in order of the Heavenly Father, even though they really think that they work, you know, on behalf of Satan, you know, because they worship Satan, right? So this is ABC 7. Zelensky to Vance. Ukraine wants security guarantees as Trump seeks to end Ukraine war. It's like a long article. It's probably like 5-minute read, so I'm not reading all that. He pretty much warned them against immigration. Vance warned like the EU, not the EU, NATO against immigration. So he doesn't want a vis-a-vis Europe. I'm gonna look at what that means. I'm pretty sure that means like, you know, careless, carefree, like whatever. Just get down. You got Chernobyl drone strike. Hours before Vance and Zelensky were set to meet. A Russian drone with a high explosive warhead hit the protective confinement shell of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in the Kyiv region. Ukrainian president said radiation levels had not increased. Zelensky UN Atomic Energy said. Right, so I don't know if Russia actually did that, or if it's like maybe they did it themselves and they're blaming Russia. That's not, you know, outside of the ordinary, you know, for stuff that they would do, right? Because, I mean, you got that stuff also with the pipeline explosion. You know, I believe like a lot of these, you know, alternative news guys believe that they did that themselves. There's the U.S. involved, you know, or maybe Ukraine that did that themselves, you know, to pretty much just like blame it on Russia trying to drum up hate in the world, you know, against Russia, right? But we know that pretty much, you know, like among NATO, EU, they don't really want, you know, they don't really want war, right? So, yeah, Trump's been talking to Zelensky and Putin, but it's not going to end well regardless. It's just going to press us further into World War III. We had an interview with the Wall Street Journal, said the U.S. would hit Moscow with sanctions, potentially military action, if Putin won't agree to a peace deal with Ukraine that guarantees Kyiv's long-term independence. The warning that military options remain on the table, striking language from the Trump administration has repeatedly underscored their desire to quickly end the war. Right? So, this is what it is. They said that they're not going to replace any military you know, help that they're giving them. Like they're not going to add more, you know, just dump money into the region. You know, it's pretty much been like a hallmark of this presidency so far. The European turning point, track Trump is taking, also has rocked Europe, much as his dismissive comments about France and Germany did during his first term. French Foreign Minister Benjamin Haddad described Europe as being at a turning point with the ground shifting rapidly under his feet. Syria must wean itself off its reliance on the United States for security. Alright, the 10 horns shall eat the horn, man. He warned that handing a victory to Russia and Ukraine could have repercussions in Asia too. I think we're not sufficiently grasping the extent to which our world is changing, while the competitors and our allies are busy accelerating. Right, and the world is going to accelerate, you know, it's going to accelerate in a direction that you will lead to world leaders on the way down to you banking families, man, you elite banking families, man, you Edomites. It's going to accelerate in a way, in a direction that you're not going to be able to control. You're not going to be able to weasel your way through and manipulate, right? Let's just look at bear, because I know it's a revelation. Feet like unto a bear. Revelation 13:1. I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast of the sea having 7 heads and 10 horns. Upon his horns 10 crowns, plus names the head of blasphemy. Right? Once again, talking about America, NATO, and the EU. Right? So you're on the sand of the sea, Patmos Sea, Mediterranean Sea. Right? There you go. You got NATO, and you got the EU. Right? The beast of the soul was looking to a leopard, his feet like the feet of a bear, his mouth is the mouth of a lion. Jah gives him his authority to seat in the great power, right? Because, the Edomite rulership began with the leopard, man, which is the Greek Empire. When you read Daniel, I think it might be 7, I think 7 and 8 has it as pretty much like the same thing. But, let's talk about the Greeks. Daniel 2 is a little bit different. They use like materials. His feet were like the feet of a bear. His mouth has the mouth of a lion. Right? And the giant gave him his power and his seat, his great authority. Right? So, that bear, the feet is like the end of a thing. Right? And that bear represents Russia, man. That Russia is going to be a nation, the proselyte nation to take this place out. Right? It's going to take them out. And I did the research. You all know about the Russian bear. Right, how that's, they already have a flag. They actually use the 2-headed eagle, which I believe that was like the symbol of like Jake's empire at first, the Byzantine Empire, but they still keep it, even though that's not them, right? The ones ruling the Byzantine Empire at first were Jakes, right? And over time, those lands and regions, they took it over. So you got the images and things like that, like the flag of Sardinia, and then you got these different images that you have out there that they took down, right? Dark images, all across Europe, because Jake was ruling. And this year, he is the feet of a bear, mouth is the mouth of a lion, which represents Britain, and the dragon is the Roman Empire, because that's where it gave his seat and his great authority, right? All to America, right? So, the other one I want to get is this. Yeah. Oh. Well, I guess we'll just go into this one again anyway. 2 16:18. They must souls and great mourns and famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, and evils which I do, and these evils shall come. Right? And as I said, this is the time that we're in, man. Jacob's trouble, that's on its way. It's going to be full swing. Once more of these things kind of begin to pop out. We've already dealing with consumer prices going up. When I was watching that press conference, it was brought up to was it McKinsey, whatever lady that runs it, spokeswoman for the White House, and she pretty much said, "Hey, there was the previous administration, so we're already looking at the mindset and the wicked spirit. This country has this perverse spirit that they should not, be able to they would air in every work thereof." Or I seen that here in full effect. And they have problems. What do? They blame a previous administration. They don't own up to nothing, right? So that's only gonna worsen the problem, man. You know, because you're not gonna like see that there is a problem, man. And the power should stand in fear, right? Because come real soon, man. These elites, these ones in power, they're not gonna have any control over what happens next, right? That's what we're moving to. These things are gonna go out of their control. All they gotta do is push that mark, right? Boom, MOTB, Jacob's trouble, right? We know that they're gonna block the food off once you have this thing. And once we there, it's not gonna be in their control, man. Once you get to that World War III point and Yahushua returns, it's over for them, right? So, we know the scriptures we read. It's like Exodus 13, man. The tempest, Yahushua coming down, the angels, man, and destroying, everything, man. Revelation 12, Satan, his angels, Esau gonna come with his men, right? It's Michael, Yahushua, Michael, the angels. It's over with, This place is done. Let that be that, but when edified, and I say shalom.